Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this February 2nd. It is Groundhog Day. Ah, yes, the sounds of Sonny and Cher. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Woke up on my radio this morning. No. Nope. I'm not Phil Connors or Bill Murray. But anyway, it is Groundhog Day, tradition to watch the movie. And, of course, a little bit later this morning, Punxsutawney Phil. Will he see a shadow or will he not? It's all just, a fun tradition. Either way you slice it, there's still going to be 6 more weeks of winter. It doesn't matter. And he's most of the time wrong. So, there you go. There's that. We've got more important things to take a look at today besides the overgrown rodent, and that is the potential for severe weather. And it looks like everything is coming together to make this much like it was, if you'll recall, just before Christmas, around December 23rd, I believe it was, like the day before Christmas Eve, when we had all that severe weather roll through the area. It's going to be a lot like that. Potential is there. The main potential or the main threat that we're looking at from this system is going to be wind. The winds are really going to ramp up today. We're going to see a warm front move through later, about midday, early afternoon. The winds are going to pick up. And from everything I'm seeing right now, right here, as of 4:40 a.m. this morning, wind gust in excess of 40 to 50 miles per hour. Now, here's the thing you got to consider. Not just that, but the ground is very soft. We've had rain and we've had all that. We had that foot of snow, and all of that moisture has seeped down into the ground, has made it very soft and muddy and mushy. So it's not going to take a whole lot of wind to bring down, say, a weakly rooted tree or some tree branches, things like that. You got to keep that in mind. So I would advise you today, early, before the storms roll in, to make sure that all of your devices are charged up. Your phone, your tablet, computers, whatever, that you may want to use if you lose power. And you'll want to keep on, tracking the weather. Because, as many of us do sometimes, we now use our phones as a flashlight, and to not only check on what's going on because your power's off, but to use that as a flashlight. So you'll want to make sure that everything is charged up and ready to go before those storms roll in. And we're still looking at the arrival of some of the strongest winds sometime between 4 and 8 p.m. this evening. Actually this afternoon and this evening, and then the storms rolling through the Bowling Green area about 7 to 9 p.m. So out to our west, if you're listening to us west of I-65, western Kentucky, western Tennessee, it looks like it's going to be, 5, 6 o'clock p.m. with the strongest storms moving in. Then about 7 to 9 p.m. for Bowling Green. And then about 10, 11, 12 this evening or tonight toward midnight to the east of I-65 over toward the Cumberland Parkway region. So that's the timing that we see everything right now, but it's considering the soft ground, the strong winds, 40 to 50 miles per hour. We do expect some sporadic power interruptions or power outages later today and tonight. So power up those devices, get them charged up and ready to go, have some backup plans, have a safe place to go. We're not looking at a tornado outbreak, but a few tornadoes are certainly possible with the strength of this system coming in. The wind component is going to be the bigger deal, I think, than tornadoes. And then there's going to be a lot of heavy rain, and that's just going to make the ground even more saturated. And we could even find a few areas that will see some flooding, maybe flooded roads and creeks and streams and things like that. Because once the once the initial line of strong to severe storms moves through, then it's just going to be several hours of some heavy rain. So that's the other thing to consider. So I do expect, some type of a watch to be issued later today. It looks like it could be a tornado watch, but it could be a severe thunderstorm watch. Either one will be issued later today. We have a wind advisory in effect all day today, tonight, for the area until this thing clears out early tomorrow morning. But I do anticipate some type of a severe weather watch to be issued for the entire area a little bit later, maybe even later this morning or toward midday. All right, looking at the numbers from yesterday, 60 was the official high, but that happened at like 1:30 in the morning before that cold front came in. And then temperatures we recovered some in the afternoon back into the 50s. 47 is the average, so we were 13 degrees above average on our high. And we were also 13 degrees above average on our low. 40 was our low, 27 is the average. A year ago, we had a high of 53 and a low of 38 back in 2015. We picked up almost 0.3 of an inch of rain yesterday morning. Breezy and warm today, and the winds will pick up in earnest, as I mentioned, into the afternoon. Some gusts of 20, 30, 40, even up to 50 miles per hour. Scattered showers, nothing severe in the early afternoon, with a high today 71, which, by the way, would tie the record high for this date set back in 1903. Looks like we will do that today. Then as we get into early evening, showers, thunderstorms, likely some of those becoming severe with damaging wind potential, maybe some small hail, maybe a few isolated tornadoes or spin-ups, and then heavy rain. Low tonight, 51. And those gusty winds will continue until this thing gets out of here early Wednesday morning. Now, early is when we're going to establish our high temperature for Wednesday, and we've revised it to 51, our low tonight, because the cold front's going to come through. That'll be the warmest part of the day on Wednesday. So temperatures will begin to fall under a mostly sunny sky, actually, once this thing is out of here early Wednesday. And then we'll fall down to about 30 for an overnight low Wednesday night. Now, we're still calling for sunny, tranquil weather as we go through the rest of the work week into the upcoming weekend. But we have actually bumped up the numbers just a hair. Thursday, sunshine, it'll be the coolest with a high of 42. Still not too bad, just slightly under average. Friday, though, we've bumped up the high to 50. Saturday, we've bumped it up to 53. Sunday, mostly sunny. How about 56? Those numbers not bad. They're running almost 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. Monday, the next chance of showers, and these will be rain showers, 30% chance, with a high of 51. So really, the numbers are not as bad as what they first looked like when it looked like it was really going to turn much cooler, but now just cooler, but still running above average for February, early February. So again, just a word of caution. We'll be tracking the weather all day, of course. Shane and I and Daniel will be here this evening if needed with the severe weather coverage. And we'll do this thing wall to wall. We'll keep it streaming on WBKO.com. You can also watch streaming on your devices, your tablets and your phones. There is a link in the WBKO app where you can actually watch us live if we do full streaming coverage. We don't necessarily have to be on TV to do the streaming coverage, but what we do is we wait for certain triggers to take place. If we start to see a lot of active weather, that's when we'll turn on the live stream. So if there's nothing really to talk about, we're not going to activate it. But Once the weather gets active, then we will get active and we'll activate the live stream. And you can watch it right there on your phone. Just, again, as I told you, make sure that thing is charged up, or, when you need to use it as a flashlight or to keep up with what's going on, it'll be dead. And you don't want that. And also keep your NOAA weather radios turned on. The alert button on the black button on the right-hand side of that where it says on, off, make sure it's on. Make sure it's monitoring any severe weather watches or warnings that do come out later today. And just think about where you're going to go and what you're going to do just in case we do have a few tornado warnings, which is certainly possible in this kind of environment. All right, that'll do it. Thank you for listening. God bless you as always. Everybody stay safe. Everybody stay on top of what's developing today. Know the weather before it knows you. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky, 11 a.m. on midday, and as I mentioned, streaming live to the WBKO app and WBKO.com. As far as I know, I'll still do my radio show later today, 3 to 7. At SAM 100.7, but that could change. If the weather gets a little bit more active, then I may have to not do the radio show and just stay here with the coverage of the weather. So I could be there or I could not. It's just one of those things I'll just have to play by ear later today. In the meantime, God bless and thanks for listening.